So I'm a top seller on Etsy and all of my accounts are suspended. I went from making 60,000 to our record being 100,000 in sales per month to absolute zero. And in this video, I want to explain what happened. It is not an easy thing to deal with because, like I said, being a top seller to now having nothing, it's pretty dramatic. And I want to explain what happened so it doesn't happen to you. And it has something to do with $7, which is the most frustrating thing. And it takes about 1 to 2 weeks to get that resolved. And I'm still locked out of my accounts. And it's during the most juiciest time of the year. Like, we rely on Q4, and it pretty much stole our whole holiday rush in one day. Like, it's just gone. Before I explain what happened, the context in which that happened is the most unfortunate. Like, it could not be at a worse time. Now, not despite even the holiday season, which we rely on heavily, like any business relies on Q4. That same week, and I normally don't share about my personal family life, but I think this will help just at the context. My daughter, she's epileptic. It's normal for her to have up to 10 seizures a week. It's something that's normal to us. It's not normal. We're obviously trying to work on that to help reduce that and manage it. And that same week, she had uncontrolled seizures, where she would have 7 seizures within 10 minutes. She would go in and out of seizures, and it was obviously a very life-threatening moment. And so we gave her rescue meds, and that didn't help. And so we had to go into the ER. It was just a mess. It was just difficult for us as parents. We have 2 daughters, and it's difficult for us. 2 days later, my mother-in-law had a stroke. My wife runs into the shop, just a wreck. She says, "Mom is having a stroke." And so she had to go to take care of her. She lives 4 hours out, and I pretty much lived in the shop because sales are happening. I'm working from 4 a.m. till 11 p.m. I fall asleep on the couch here. I wake up at 4 or 5. I turn the machines back on and just nonstop. Now I have employees, but it's just, that was in the same time that's happening. So my wife brings my mother-in-law home here. Now she is taking care of her because her left side is paralyzed, and nobody should have to take care of their parents before they reached 30. Life changed for us. Like, this is pivotal for so many things. You can't leave the house because you have somebody that you need to take care of. 3 days later, I opened up my Etsy account, and all of my Etsy shops are suspended. Every single one of them. And the time that we needed the most, it was gone. And if Etsy sees this, I think we should build Etsy together, and I hope that this is a positive video. I absolutely love Etsy. I'm so thankful that I'm able to build a business to where I can take care of my family, and my wife can be at home with the kids, and she loves that. She loves being home with the kids, especially if we have a special needs child. It requires a lot of attention. And the fact that I have an opportunity to provide and just selling on Etsy, it's been awesome. I don't want this to seem a negative thing. I'm still selling on Etsy. I will continue, well, not currently, but I will continue to sell on Etsy. And I sell a course, and I by the way, during this time, I had some time to do consultation with people on how to sell on Etsy. If you are interested, that's one of the source of income that I still have is you guys. And so make sure to sign up. It's cheaper if you get the course. And by the way, I'm going to be going big on Amazon Handmade. I sell on Amazon Handmade. That was still going. And I'm going to go big on Amazon Handmade because I realize the importance of diversifying. So if you do buy the course, you will automatically be grandfathered into that course when I do release it. I'm also going to be doing a digital product Etsy shop or business. So that will also be a course that's coming up, not soon, but probably 2024. So again, you'll be grandfathered in if you do get the course. And consultation is 50% off if you do get the course as well. Anyway, so all of that is happening. I've only a few times in my life where I physically felt energy just go from top down to just exit my body. It's not easy. So turns out, well, I try to figure out what's going on, and I'm just hearing billing everywhere, billing, billing, billing. I didn't see an email that says permanently suspended, which gave me some hope. Whoops. So I tried to figure out what was going on. I obviously appealed on all of my Etsy shops. So I appealed it because all of them were suspended. Big, nasty red saying, hey, you're suspended. So I appealed all of them. Nobody was answering. Obviously, it says the automatic message after that says 1 to 2 weeks. I'm like, this is the holiday season. I can't wait 2 weeks. So I tried to message them. I couldn't find the little bubble, the chat bubble. And people say, well, it's because you don't, it's a star seller badge. Well, some of the Etsy shops that we do have didn't have it, and vice versa. I went to my parents' house on an Etsy shop. They didn't have a star seller, and they did have chat bubble. So anyways, I went to their house to start doing chat bubble. Initially, I thought it was a real person. I thought that was the perks of that chat bubble, but it's an AI. It sounded very natural, and obviously with the AI technology, it sounded very natural. And it was able to let me know that there was an outstanding balance. Now, I'm looking on all my Etsy shops, and I don't see any outstanding balance. You know, usually when you start selling on Etsy, if you don't have enough money that you didn't make sales, but you did spend advertisement or there were fees, it'll charge your card that's on file. And I couldn't find that on any of my shops. And then I'm like, wait, I had an Etsy shop I created a long time ago. It was a cat collar store. Since I made dog collars, I'm like, hey, why don't I use the same equipment to make cat collars and have a whole separate store for that? Now I closed that store down because that equipment that I had at that time made the collars too heavy, and so people were complaining. So I decided to close that shop down because I don't want to send out bad product. And I forgot about it. It was like 2 years ago. I opened up that shop, and there was a balance of $7 that wasn't paid for God knows how long, and so I paid the balance. That was what basically caused the cascade of any name connected to this account. Any other accounts that is connected to this name will be suspended because I violated their policy of not paying the bill of $7. So for $7, we've robbed our whole holiday season. So what you can do, actually, if you want to see if you have any balance on the account, is you pretend like you're about to close the Etsy shop. You go on options, you go on close your shop, and it'll say, wait, you have this balance. And check for any other Etsy shops that you have opened in the past. If that, because my friend, when I told him this, and he had like 30 employees, he did find an Etsy shop that did have an outstanding balance. The only reason that didn't happen to them is because that Etsy shop had a different name. Like, it wasn't under their business name. It was, I believe it was under his personal name, which kind of kept that isolated. So if Etsy is seeing this, by the way, like and share this video. You could just go on and just share and then copy link. You don't have to actually send it to anybody, but hopefully this ranks to Etsy, and so that they can see this. A trigger that big where you're pulling the trigger on suspending somebody that's been on Etsy for 4 years and has a shop with over 100,000 sales, a trigger to suspend that kind of Etsy shop or that kind of person should be looked at by a person. That there should be a threshold. And I get that spammers are out on Etsy, they're creating an account, they're charging people, and they're running away with the money. But why would a scammer create an Etsy shop with over 100,000 in sales and then start scamming people all of a sudden? It just doesn't seem really realistic. So there should be some threshold. It should be some person that looks at the decision before it's made. So I think that would be more appropriate. That will give us a peace of mind, that knowing that there's not going to be a simple trigger system that will shut our business down. I had to let some employees go. I have some employees that are kind of like on standby in case, you know, we get back up, which I'm hoping that we will. But some employees are like, look, I don't think I could keep you guys after this. I don't know how sales are gonna be after. By the way, subscribe if you're curious to see what's going to happen and how my sales, do they recover to their original? Now it's kind of hard to tell because it's a holiday season that we had, but I'm curious to see how that's gonna happen. So yeah, and currently the only things I have is my Amazon Handmade, which I think is a really great thing that I did, diversified a little bit, and my consultation and course business. So if you guys are interested in planning for 2024, you know, I think that'd be great things to do, and to chat with me. Maybe I can help you take a look at your shop, because my schedule is pretty open right now. So like I said, like this video, share this video, so we can build this Etsy shop, this Etsy platform together, and make it a secure way for us to make money, support our family. And by the way, my wife and I, we were thinking of opening up a podcast, just talking about crazy life and business and how do we manage it, and maybe bring some people on that might be been in the business and running a family at the same time. I think that'd be a great little content platform that we might be just doing while after we put the kids to sleep. So yeah, that should be interesting. So subscribe if you want to see what we do with that. All right. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Don't worry about the money as much as we think it matters. The things that matters are much closer to us than what we try to achieve. So hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Until next time, have a good one.